I'll switch your wife out and I'll put another one of your wife inside of her body. And they're walking around and you think that's your wife and it's not your wife. This is what's going on. It's no longer, like I said, it's no longer spiritual. We figured out how to, turn into spirit and exchange the soul in order to control the vessel. So if I have the vessel,
What do you mean? You're saying you're giving my son back?
Yes. I mean, the process isn't perfect. Physically it's spot on. Not that down. But when it comes to the personality, wow. We do our best. Brain is a tricky thing.
and I'm just nothing but spirit, I can ruin your life. That's what everybody has been going through. So everybody they can't recognize it unless you say things like the switch. So when they watch that and they see that there's other people that can identify other than me, it's not just me playing games. It's the truth. We have to be careful with who we want. You be in the car with Paul, man, but you're really in the car with Peter. But that's Paul's body. But why is Peter in Paul's body? I've been going through this for a while in order to figure out and identify every soul inside of every vessel, to where we can all identify it, and it's not just me that can do it.
Because I'll tell you how the celebrities got into it. Back in the past, it was a political thing. They bring all the leaders of the countries in together, and they can all chat about stuff and enjoy this, sacrilegious, forbidden place, this cloning thing, and do whatever they can't do in real life. Well, they got real bored with each other, because most of them are fat and ugly and bald and stuff. So they started bringing celebrities there. This is why JFK died, by the way. And Marilyn Monroe. JFK was going to talk about it, the cloning station. He didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. They had her there too. They said, we'll torture you at the cloning station if you talk about it. Anyway, yeah, that's like a big thing. That's why he died. Man. So anyways, it's not the fifth dimension. It's just the cloning station. And cloning station with your clone pre-injected with drugs. And let me tell you, all the celebrities, because they bring them there, and they tell them, look, you're here, you're going to hang with us. If you don't want to, well, if they cry and make a fuss, like Lauryn Hill from the Fugees, make a song about I Get Out and stuff, they let her not go to the cloning station. They don't activate her, let her have normal dreams. But other people, they really grill them to stay. And they say if you ever talk about it, you're gonna die.
We can all identify who we are. We can all say, you know what, we're still here.
So how do I know Orlando's in Orlando's body right now?
Ah, man, I would be 6 inches taller. Haven't you seen Kanye?
Why does Ray J look like Kanye now?
Probably because he is.
You say that a lot. You say a lot of people are other people.
Well, no, bro, you have to look at the vessel and look at how things work. If you love someone, you should know how.
Harry, you know, like. Well, no, because that would be another archetype that we create. I think the Baphomet was created. That particular Baphomet was created pre-Crowley. Elvis Levi created that particular version of it. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, really. What is the Mona Lisa? The Mona Lisa is the same thing as the Baphomet. What they should shut down.
The Mona Lisa.
Yeah. What it is the amalgamation between the male and the female. What they want to do, unfortunately, and someone must know this, is to make the new world not to have a male or a female, to have a androgynous species. How we got from climbing a pole to the androgynous species, I don't know, but I'm telling you the truth. And they're trying to make the male and the female blend together to have the ultimate slave.
I believe it's shit going on underground that we have no idea about. Because I saw the guy who was talking about it. It's 12 flights under the.
Yeah, that was an old.
They got a reptilian jail. He said it smell like shit. And as soon as you get off the elevator, that scent stays in your face.
Sulfur.
He said he was a CO down there in the reptilian jail, and it smelled like shit, and they just smell bad. So I do think it's some shit going on under there. But
He seemed real. Do you know him at all?
Yeah, him and a couple other guys are coming out. I'll send you another video to further add context to what he's saying, because Nellis Air Force Base had an incident where some creature that they was holding escaped and it killed a guy, and the military paid his wife out. That's a real thing.
But listen, I know people in the hood, in the trenches, that went to the hospitals, gang, and they died as soon as they went. Right? Niggas get shot, they be alive on the ground, go to the hospital, and they die. I wonder, when you go to the hospital, they say you got insurance. If you don't, let them die.
Let them die. Same with blood transfusions. Like blood transfusions, and they hold your blood. Is that a part of you think that's more of power of the people?
No, but the blood transfusion is different, right? Did you know that a lot of people don't understand that even when they do blood transfusion, it's one thing, but what if I told you they taking bodies, right, that got a soul, and they swapping that soul and putting it in another body? What if I told you that? You talk about a blood transfusion. What if I told that you can take your soul and just put it in another shell and continue to live?
I would think that's kind of what they lead to in the future, but I'm
not doing it right. What the fuck? Ain't no future. Everything's happening right now.
You think they really got the
What do you mean? I think I know they're doing it right now. It's proven.
Is that the same as like cloning or cloning people, or what do you mean?
Listen, cloning. Listen.
What's the difference?
Listen, when you cloning somebody, you just cloning their body. You trying to you cloning their muscle, they look alike, their presence, who they, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But when you actually transfer their soul, you transfer the essence of that person, right? That's who that person is. Right? Besides who they are this time, that's the key to who they are. And you can transfer that to from one person to the next. Right?
Yeah.
This is Diamond and Baby. Diamond's clones. Oh my god. Cute, right? Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Carter found this company. They just can take a dog's cells and they can make your same exact dog.
Billionaire Barry Diller and his wife Diane von Furstenberg just revealed that they cloned their beloved pet, Jack Russell Terrier. They cloned the dog. Don't you find that a little creepy?
It's insane.
No, I love it.
You do?
Wait, is this?
I love it.
Is this a side-by-side photo?
They're not even exactly alike.
No, they're two puppies that they
don't
clone.
That was the clones. Those are the
Those
clones.
are the clones.
I love
Wait
a
a
clone
second. Look
thing.
at the picture. One has got a stripe on one
Look
side.
at
and
the faces are different.
They're different. How?
Yeah.
What does that
But
mean?
they're clones.
I thought it's exact. if
It's the
a clone.
same DNA. It's like twins, right? It's you don't. It's like that. But what I think people are forgetting is that you can't clone a spirit. You can't clone the temperament of it because the soul, because you know that's nurture and nature and what you're born with that we have no. You know,
Do you ever read the book or watch the movie The Boys from Brazil?
No, but I did.
It's all about cloning, and it's about Adolf Hitler. If I should bring his name up again, but Adolf Hitler is being cloned in that book, but you can't. There's not going to be. They also tried to create all of the circumstances around what created him.
Yeah.
But he won't be the same.
My favorite book of
Oh, it's a classified program. Yeah, we can push hush hush. Also, it's wildly expensive. So, the government, well, she's the head of most of it.
Is he one of those?
No, nowhere near being able to do that. He's just a clone. Pure, organic human flesh.
Put out was Michael Jackson.
They did the same shit with that NBA indictment.
And listen, that's the fake Michael Jackson. That was the white one. The black one died. That's why the black one been dead. The white one was a freak. He was one of them.
The feds raided Michael Jackson's property and found no evidence he was a pedophile.
Yeah, listen, and Michael Jackson had been long dead. Michael Jackson died. Listen, everybody don't know this. Michael Jackson died. When the thing came down, and he had the curl, and it caught fire, and everybody thought they lost pigment in the skin, but he lost his life, and they replaced it with a white one. That's why he came out with the song, "It don't matter if you're black or white." That's what I'm on. Michael Jackson been dead. That wasn't no Michael.
Mike ain't been dead, man.
No, that wasn't Michael.
No, man.
Michael wasn't hanging no kids over the balcony like that. He would just whoop his ass like the dad. Listen, we don't hang kids, whoop their ass. Yeah, we ain't hanging shit. Because you can fall.
So you saying that was a clone?
Yeah, that was a clone Mike. Listen, that's what I'm on. Everybody know. Everybody know. Because it was too white. It was too white. Michael Jackson been dead a long time ago.
Yeah, he was whiter than white people.
Come on, hang up, man.
Yeah, he was.
Listen,
He
and
was
the baby was white.
man.
That proved it.
But my thing is this. Yeah, like how his kids come out white as hell and he's really black?
That was not Michael Jackson.
I see his kids with my own 2 eyes. They ain't his kids.
That was not Michael. No, them was that man kids, but that was not Michael Jackson.
I don't think Mike died, but they switched him out, though.
Yeah, they switched him out. Michael been switched out.
Dang,
That ain't
man.
Michael.
They swiped
Listen,
him
a lot of
out,
people don't know this,
man.
though. A lot of people don't know this.
Spooky out here, boy.
That ain't Michael.
Hey, I got a question about this, man.
They threw Michael Jackson under the bus with
You
that.
think I'm playing? You think that's Michael Jackson, for real?
So they got everybody else face blurred out but Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson. They got all them kids, them little girls' faces blocked though.
Fact.
So what's the whole purpose of the file?
Because they want you to see Michael Jackson like they wanted to show that Michael Jackson was a rapist. He never touched no kids. Right? Listen, they've been trying to destroy Michael Jackson when he was alive. Will make you think they're going to stop once you're dead.
Yeah, they killed people.
They don't stop, man.
Facts.
They keep going. When the thing trap.
There's a zest trap.
Your
Get your cake trap.
Oh, come on, gang. Listen,
That's what it is.
Given the plain fact that everybody in industry do get, they all take dick.
Eddie Griffin said after he did his biggest movie, the biggest movie agent pulled him in the back and said, "How far do you want your career to go?" And he pulled his Dino out.
Oh shit!
That's
No.
why he on there. So he
No.
hitting me up to talk to you.
Why
He
No.
doing conspiracy shit now.
we touching now? You like to touch?
Don't start,
No.
bro.
Touch me. I want to know.
The yard with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, you know what I'm saying, you talking about. Is it now or back in the day? He been gone since 2014, 2015, bro. You know, he ran into a couple of altercations when he was locked up the last time. So, the first one, when you know that transgender or whatever it was, that man that he was locked up in the cell with tried to lick his ice cream cone, his tattoo on his face, right? You know, that's the ice cream cone. And Gucci Mane killed that man in his cell. You know, Gucci Mane was a wild man. He didn't take nobody's shit, bro. And so, little to be known, after he killed that man, he was affiliated with a gang in that prison. Here it is, Gucci Mane allegedly raped it in prison. You see what I'm saying? Like, the shit's still on Google. You can Google the shit. That what initiated, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. But hold up. Rumor that Gucci Mane killed his cellmate for licking his face. Okay? It's right there. Gucci Mane killed and replaced with a government clone. See, you have to understand, when things just get so out of pocket with these folks, they'll tell you the truth to make it still a lie. You know, but, and here's the icing on the cake, my guy. Gucci Mane allegedly beaten up brutally and raped it. You see what I'm saying? So all that then took in place, you know, and with the straw that broke the camel back, he got into it with a security guard down there. Now, this is coming from an inside source, a guy that was locked up with him. And I've been ran across this information long time ago. But, you know, the guy, he goes to say, you know, he got into it with the security guard and looked up Gucci Mane on the floor, bled out. You know, they bled him out. Didn't nobody come and help them. You know, it's something like that. That shit kind of went back with King Von. You know, when he went to the hospital, he was alive when he went to the hospital. But shit, he never came up out that motherfucker. Well, what happened with that? They already, when elites and these motherfuckers got a heads up about King Von, he was shot and going to the hospital, they already were bitten on his organ. You know what I'm saying? His heart, lungs, kidneys, all that shit. You got people with money. Millions and millions of dollars was on that man's head when he was going to the hospital. So it was a done deal on that. Makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Kind of goes back to that what was that damn movie? You know that movie, Us. No, not Us. Get Out. Yeah. But anyway, back to this, what I'm talking about. When he got released out of prison, with, what was that, 2016, 2017, he married her. That's his handler. When they clone you or do that Ultra K on your man, you know, they give you a handler to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you doing what you need to do. You know, so all this shit is under the hush-hush. Ain't no telling how much money they paid her to do that with Gucci Mane. Come on, Gucci Mane coming out of prison, getting married and all this shit. He all of a sudden just humbled himself. Gucci Mane was a wild, wild man. He was in his, early 30s, late 30s cutting up. It was just in his blood. That's just what he do. Real goon, bruh. But let's see what she talking about.
They all y'all coming for me with these abandoned children in Jamaica, and they photoshopped 4 kids with Gucci in the middle. It was so bad. I'm like, what the hell? Can I enjoy my husband for a couple hours before y'all start with me?
But how many kids do you have?
Gucci and I both have children.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we do. And it's a situation where I am proud to...
So, you know, it was the little ordeal that he supposedly left her like $1 million and she done flipped it like 2-3 times. And, you know, that little shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Gucci, he been gone, man. You know, I miss that man, the real goo-wop. You know, when you get around certain people and you be exposed like that, man, you know, shit, and they want you. They gonna get you if they want you. You know, keep in mind, you know, Waka Flocka said, you know, he ain't been around. He haven't saw him. It's a lot of his family members said they ain't seen that man. You know, there's a lot of motherfuckers on the hush. They ain't finna say that shit. You know, Atlanta is a capital or the motherfucking gateway to hell. You know, you can get money out there. You can, it's just what it is. But Gucci been dead, bro. You know, wherever how you want to go about this shit, I done showed you all these little articles and stuff, and you can go back and look it up yourself.
Last year, about cloning her dogs. Yeah, Nancy got to the bottom of that too.
My dogs are so adorable. I mean, to come home to every night and the 3 of them are at the door, you know.
I want to know about the cloning.
I was so devoted to my 14-year-old dog, Samantha. I mean, she was really like my daughter. She was an oddball. That's why I related to her. I was kind of an oddball. The only other way I could get another was to clone her.
Wow.
And it was nothing. I mean, we had to put her to sleep. It was devastating. And the doctor has to get a special kit to just get a few cells from the inside of her cheek and her little tummy on the outside.
2 of Barbara's 3 pups are clones of her beloved Samantha. The 3rd is a rescue. She admits her furry little family is a little spoiled, but she wouldn't have it any other way.
They are so funny. The 3 of them line up and I say, okay, everybody sit, because I'm going to give them a treat.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the funniest thing.
How cute is that?
These dogs give you unconditional love.
Bottle alert, I saw that too. I saw that she was trying to come to Gucci defense saying, she was saying something about like come to his defense, basically saying he always strained them out and they always been good. They ain't never experienced that. It wasn't never no bad business. And they would tear her ass up in the comments. Cause girl, you don't even know the real Gucci. Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. Y'all don't know the real Gucci. That nigga parading around out here, that ain't the real Gucci, man. That's not him. I don't know where the fuck Gucci at, honestly. Like, last time I seen Gucci was at Patchwork Studio in 2010. Cold Blooded was there. Was Mojo there? Yeah, I think Mojo, Cold Blooded. Like, that's the last time I saw Gucci in the...
Quick question, just curious. You still talk to Gucci?
I don't talk to him.
You haven't talked to how long?
I don't even know.
Do you want to talk to him?
Like, what's the purpose, though, right? I have no purpose on talking to Gucci. The only thing I could do with him is laugh when we gray. We just 2 different people, man. The shit he accept, the shit he allows, the shit he do, I can't do that. I did it at 23 years old. I just love what he is, bro, and I feel like me talking to him will disturb that shit. So I don't want to disturb his happiness.
Professor Li Jianyuan is the head of China's leading human embryonic cloning research team, which has just successfully cloned 5 embryos using a new technique developed by his group. The method involves taking cells, commonly from the skin of a donor, and injecting them into a human egg. The technique is used to create stem cells, cells that have the ability to grow into any type of tissue in the body, and which could, theoretically, be used to cure numerous illnesses.
People care about this field of research because of its amazing potential. There are many diseases right now that can't be cured by traditional medical treatments. But if we can make use of this technique for cloning embryos, we can get useful cells to help treat patients, and for things like organ transplants.
Despite its potential to aid the suffering of millions, the technique is controversial because the removal of stem cells leads to the destruction of the cloned embryo. However, the ethical argument, which many countries are now debating, has already been won in China because of long-held beliefs.
According to ancient Confucian ideas, a person is only truly considered to be a human after birth. Embryos or fetuses are not counted as human, and this idea has been around for thousands of years. So for Chinese studying cloning techniques to get stem cells, having to destroy many embryos is not a problem.
Despite the moral clarity that scientists in China are able to work under, the government has imposed strict regulations on the way they carry out their research, and many in the country still voice caution over the technology.
Even if it is not considered human, it is still a human embryo, and we must treat it in a proper way, according to ethics. We can't just do what we want with it, and that is why we have regulations in place.
While controversy over cloning human embryos for stem cells rages on in most of the world, the Chinese are keen to take the research to the next stage, and after this latest breakthrough, are now poised to become global leaders in the field. 2,000-year-old principles helping them combat 21st century problems.
August 19th, 1987, a broadcast from the KNBC studios in Burbank, California was taking place. Everything was going as planned, that was until a special guest entered the room.
Now, one of the nicest things about shopping by mail order... Pardon me? What is this?
A man named Gary Stolman entered the room brandishing a firearm which has been blurred to accommodate TikTok's guidelines. He managed to gain access to the studio by claiming to be a guest of one of the station workers. He pointed the firearm at KNBC journalist David Horowitz and ordered him to read a written statement.
When I began receiving disturbing calls from my parents, which led me to believe that something terrible was going on.
This statement, prepared by Stolman himself, claimed that his father Max, who worked as the KNBC pharmacist reporter, was, quote, not his biological father, but a clone created by the CIA and alien forces. Despite Horowitz remaining calm, he later stated that he was frightened but remained calm so the situation did not get worse. After the statement was finished, Stolman placed the weapon on the desk and admitted it was an unloaded BB gun after being taken.
Some scientists think that one day in the not-too-distant future, we'll be able to back up our entire existence, our thoughts, our feelings, our memories, all to a computer.
Welcome to Upload, Nathan. You made it to Lakeview, you lucky duck.
I called up a top futurist, Kathy Hackle, and Dr. David Eagleman, a neuroscientist and author, to figure out just where we are on our journey to create a digital afterlife.
Whoa.
Guys, thanks so much for joining me today to talk about all this.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
We really want to upload, and I don't want to miss the window.
Pretty seamless. In the show, we see Nathan, have his brain uploaded. To actually do something like that, there's a technical part of it, but also existential. What is the mind?
Yeah, so as far as we can tell, the mind is the brain. It's, at this moment, impossible to actually replicate a brain in a computational simulation. I mean, you've got 86 billion neurons, which is essentially the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy, and each one of those neurons is firing little spikes of activity between 10 and hundreds of times a second. If you ever feel lazy or something, take heart in the fact that you are the most complex thing on the planet.
Yourself. I think, therefore I am. That's consciousness. That's still you.
This hard drive will be the only copy of your son in existence. I recommend a case.
The way that people are doing this now is they take a chunk of brain tissue, cut off a very thin slice, throw that away, and they use an electron microscope. Then in the computer, they figure out what the pathways are, what is connecting from one layer to the next layer to the next layer. And it's an extraordinarily time-intensive technique.
How much more computer power does it seem like it would take just to map a mind?
You will need more than 5G, 5G plus, or 6G. Like, you would need so much processing power. Even if you think about the world that Nathan's in, that looks extremely real. I mean, there's some glitches, but it's extremely real. The type of bandwidth you would need for there to be that high fidelity.
Weird.
It's just, it's not something we currently have.
To replicate an entire brain would take about a zettabyte of data. And that's...
Tell me the last time you played sports with your dad.
You're starting to see a lot of companies working in what's called brain-machine interface. I've been able to test a lot of these different devices, and I've been able to change channels using just my thoughts. I've been able to dim a light just with my brain.
It's definitely changed the relationship. I mean, now she literally owns me.
Really? That's not what it sounds like.
There's this merging of our physical and our digital realities. Everything that you leave behind, your social media, all your social media tweets, posts, anything that gets recorded, any videos you upload could be used to create that digital representation of who you are. It raises a lot of questions when it comes to the ethics of, yourself and your likeness, your copyright.
I think this is the kind of legislation that we can't even imagine now, but in 200 years, legislators will have to really argue about this and work this stuff out.
Well, fortunately, my consciousness isn't going anywhere except for the couch, where I'm going to stream this new series.
Gonna hang out and watch the sunset? Like with you? No, not with me, just, two of us, two players. Never mind, please go.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.